I swore I wouldn't laugh like a crazy person when the video came on. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Holly here.
Kathy here as well.
Yay. Together we're Linen and Scraps, and we're here for episode 2 of Christmas in July. So thank y'all so much for those of you who watched the first one a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, the stuff was stunning. Kathy's stuff is stunning, stunning, stunning. Can't wait. I haven't seen all of it, what she's brought, but I can't wait to see it.
I brought that, and then I get here and I'm unpacking, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot that one. Oh, I forgot. And then Molly reminded me we have one more to do. So
yes, so we have
all
time.
We have time. And we don't want to bore anybody either. We want to keep it fresh and moving along with fun stuff. So
it's stunning stuff. Okay, and I want y'all to just take note. Once again, I can't help, my cheeks hurt.
You put your magic lipstick on.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. Well, wait, lipstick. Anyway, Kathy's stuff is all this gorgeous stuff back here, and mine is that one thing.
That's because
but at least I officially have one.
It's because I'm old, and you have one, and it's absolutely adorable.
I have one. Yeah.
I'm old, and this is a little history here.
A little history. I was talking about that with her when she first brought it in. I'm seeing all of her stunning stuff, and then watching, Carol and the Saltbox Stitcher, and some other videos, people showing off their beautiful Christmas things. And I'm thinking, how many years, how many stitches, how many hours?
How many stitches? Don't you kind of wonder?
I know. I mean, I do. I can't even imagine. Okay, enough rambling. We're going to get started. Kathy, if you don't mind.
No,
we're going to start in with fully finishes.
And I'm so excited for her to share that with you. Because
this looks like I did it in 1982.
No, it doesn't.
It does. But I didn't. Okay, so let me reach back here and find this little cutie. And if he falls apart in front of the camera, well, he just falls apart in front of the camera. Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember, but I had downloaded from a magazine. This was one chart. It's the time of year when it's good to be fat and jolly. And the Santa was a different chart. And it's Prairie Schooler.
Prairie Schooler on top.
Kathy verified. So it's Prairie Schooler, and then I bought the little buttons, of course, from Hobby Lobby. So I put the three things together and made a long, skinny little thing. Oh, there we go with the light. And then if you can see, I used some fabric that I've had. It was Hollywood and Vine from Moda. I've had that fabric for 100 years. And what I did was I put a flange of green on the side, each side, to widen him up because he was so tall and thin.
It's really cute.
And I got lucky at Michael's. They had this frame on sale on clearance. And because I got finished on Wednesday, and Thursday I think I need to find a frame.
Right.
Just waiting for me. Anyway, so it is it's collage. There's 3 holes behind here for photographs and all, but I just put him on top of that. So there's my first official Christmas.
Congratulations!
I'm so happy. I'm proud. Even though
he's adorable. Look at Molly's back and crossstitch, and she's already designing.
And he looks like he came from 1982, though, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
He probably, if he did, he did. But anyway, so there's my fully finished. Okay, so whips are next.
Whips are next.
You want to show your whips?
Sure, I'll go ahead. I actually am still working on Sarah. Oh, there we go. That's a good shot. Sarah Plummer.
Oh, here, I promised a lady I would hold it because she reads lips and she can't hear you.
Oh, she reads lips?
Yes, so I need to show your lips.
Sarah Plummer, and this is Brigitte, is the designer reproductionist, and this is from the Wishing Thorn. And I do hope you go and visit her site because she has some phenomenal designs, and it seems like she keeps coming out with new ones as well. So this is Sarah Plummer. And for those of you... Well, let me show you the whip first. So this is how far I am on her.
Well, let me get it up from in front of your face.
And this one is stitched on R&R, I believe it's Winter Brew, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't bring a little tab with me, but all in silks. And it's different from the required or called out colors. I chose just from my stash, chose colors that I thought matched the picture, because that's usually why I buy a pattern, is because of the picture of on the design itself. So Sarah's coming along, and I think I've got as I mentioned last video we did, I'm pretty sure I have a frame. It's going to be a little bit of a unique frame finish, but I think we're going to like it. Quickly, because I know we want to get... People have asked how we use these thread books. This sits almost in my lap. So when you're making your thread beds, if you will, rather than having all of your floss and colors in your lap or close by, I have a strand of each color that I'm using. And it's easy to just pull off one strand out of it. And I just if I have an extra leftover, I dump it on there. Molly rolls hers up in a little nest. When I go to travel, like bringing it here, close that thing up, got a little elastic fur on it. It works out really, really great. So someone did, actually a couple asked, well, how do you use that thread bed?
I know.
So it works out really, really, really
And hopefully
well.
nobody else has that problem. But for me with cats, much easier to flap that book closed real
Yeah.
quick than to try to hide the threads.
Nothing travels with that.
Yeah, that becomes a game.
And this was my second whip. This is the Antique Motifs Halloween Sampler by Lady in Thread. And I haven't stitched a whole lot on it, but it's coming on. I know I'm doing this on Murky. We talked about Murky here just a little bit ago. I'm going to love it. I did change the orange colors out. The light orange and the dark orange are two different shades. These are the colors called for. And then, of course, changing out the two oranges. So... And I do have those now. I don't have any naked floss.
Oh, no naked floss. She would not leave. She beat me with a stick to print her those things.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. Your Murky came exactly like this, or did
exactly like that?
Hold that thought when I show you the Murky I got in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are my two whips.
The colors are yummy.
I think he's cute. I think he's going to be really cute. Yeah.
He's really cute.
And unfortunately, this pattern is out of print. But as I said last time, they're out there. You just have to be patient for it. Go on these sites that offer the opportunity to put an OP pattern search out there for you. Someone's got it in their stash for sure, and it more than likely will pop up. But.
And I want to hand this back to you
before she keeps it.
Yes,
Sarah. Oh, we have to go before we move on. We must show. The Wishing Thorn sent us.
We'll do it now?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I have to show as you all know, I love ravens. And Birgit sent me this. Is that not the coolest bird you've ever seen?
Oh, you can hardly see it, and you're coming yourself up again. Hold on. Can y'all see it if I hold it back here?
Yeah.
That it's a raven, and I mean it's a dark, beautiful raven.
Right.
Okay.
And then she also sent. She sent our two patterns, two of her new patterns. And I'll let you, Molly, if you want to show your little treasure.
Okay, so Kathy got the bag with the raven, and then I got the beautiful, she sent me this little project bag, which is so pretty. It's got the William Morris, and it's a fox, which
it's beautiful.
I love. So I can't thank you enough.
Birgit. The colors are so rich.
Birgit.
It's like a treasure. And then she also sent Molly and I each a pattern. Now this is just the black and white copy here. So she sent her new shaker and a new Quaker, and this is also
Shaker and Quaker.
Shaker and Quaker. And I'm trying to find her name. Elizabeth Hall from Western School. Absolutely beautiful design for a shaker design. Kind of reminds me of Anne Wood, which was a reproduction, I believe, done by R&R, if I'm not mistaken. It was the one on the yellow paper. I can see it in my head. Very, very similar to that. And then she sent Molly. Do you have your pattern?
I do.
Okay. She sent Molly's first sampler. Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that stunning?
Mary Barr. Absolutely beautiful.
And they were mailed to Kathy's address, which is right next door, of course. It was so sad to see Kathy breaking into tears as she handed me this sampler, knowing it, it just doesn't seem right, does it? But isn't that stunning?
Yeah, it's very, very
and
cool.
Kathy and I both made the comment, I'm a huge Frank Lloyd Wright fan.
Yeah.
And that
Frank Lloyd Wright is very popular in Wisconsin.
But that beautiful shaker, primitive, I just love it. The very colors, cool. I don't know if we're doing it justice.
And I pulled those threads for that. So here are the threads for that. I don't know if you can get a good idea, So.
Oh my God, it's stunning. It's stunning.
I'm anxious to see.
A grown woman was crying in my house, and I took it right out of her hands. I'm so sorry. Grabbed it.
So Birgit, again, the bird. Love the bird. You guys, can you see? Oh, there we go. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
Love the bird. She's got totes, different accessories. Like I said, the William Morris stuff is absolutely stunning. Deep, rich colors. So go visit her site. Yeah. Thank you, Birgit. We really do appreciate that.
More than you can ever imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Okay. So next we have, we did fully finishes. You did your whips. Then we broke into that. So I've got a few whips to show you.
Yeah.
If you got time. Now, well, anyway, we won't go there. I was going to say nothing to compare, but they're cute. They're my things. Okay, so first I had told y'all I had joined the signed up ball, whatever you call it, from the Fat Quarter Shop, one of my favorite places. They don't have a walk-in store. It's an online-only store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I need to go out of my way.
I think that they had an
123 is opening one. But anyway, Fat Quarter Shop,
Okay.
love your store if you're watching anything. So this was her stitch along. This is the number 3 part. I hope I'm okay to show it. And then this is what I've done so far because I just downloaded this morning.
That's
right
really
before
cute.
the thing.
Cute.
So this is what we had so far. You know, the letters to
Now,
Sam
how
and the
are you going to finish that? Are you going to frame it or are you going to put it in a tray?
Well,
or?
she has a suggestion, of course,
Okay.
that Priscilla did.
Oh, sure.
This darling. I mean,
Sure.
So, and she gives you the stuff from Hobby. You know, she tells you at Hobby Lobby.
Sure, she gives you the
It will
numbers and
depend on
everything.
what I find.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
anyway, but I love this easy little stitch along, no pressure, and I feel like I'm finishing something because I finished page 1 or I finished page 2.
Yeah.
So that was
So
fun.
that's how I am with a big sampler that has many, many motifs. You feel
Okay.
like you've accomplished
Now this
one
whip,
motif.
I'm gonna be asking Kathy questions as I go, and hoping she don't take a ruler out and hit my knuckles or anything. But this was the pattern. I think it's Brenda Gervais. And it's a cute little Mr. Marshmallow. I told you the story about I got to, my sweetie makes me hot cocoa in the winter and all. But anyway, so it's cute. Well, I had originally pulled out, so here's as far as I've gotten on him, which I think is pretty cute.
He's very sweet.
He's pretty cute. But Kathy, let me show you this. This was originally, I cross-stitched it in the oatmeal color.
Okay.
And then I've gone back over it with a half stitch in white because you could not see that
You
other
can see
thing.
it, huh?
And
it looks fine.
It made him fatter.
Oh,
You know,
really?
little puffier.
Little
Puffier.
plump.
Little plumper.
Little plump
So
guy.
I like him. But note to self, boy, those whites, you got to be careful with them.
Well, I mentioned that in one of our videos. Colors will change on fabric.
It will.
They will absolutely change on fabric.
And the white disappears.
You can hold
So-
that stuff up and think, oh, it's a great match, pretty, 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 and you start stitching with it, and you're like,
So there's going to be a lot of greenery left and all. And don't hold me to this, but I have some cute little flower sequins and snowflake things.
talking?
I might be
Are we
sewing-
talking glue, Molly?
Well, no, I can stitch a bead in the middle of them and hold them all up. Okay,
Your-
whatever.
your
But the
Uncle
more to
Sam-
the story is,
your
I
Uncle Sam-
glued those on.
I'm taking all of her glue.
Okay, so I cut my hair myself. Boy,
It's
I was
really
just chopped.
cute.
I got hot one day. It was like, I don't know,
So
it's hot.
put to
No,
the
I'm
side.
not going
Do a
around.
profile.
I got hot and I just picked up some scissors, started chomping on my hair. And then I came to my senses. So I picked up the scissors again, chomped some more. I have the thickest hair on the planet, I think. Anyway, so yesterday I ran to a little place right around the corner from us and I walked in and I said, Anna, I did this to cut my hair. I've screwed up. I need you to fix my hair. And she said, what did you use to cut your hair with? And I said, well, I have a pair of, scissors and a pair of thinning shears. She goes, throw those away and don't ever use. So she fussed at me appropriately
Never to
and
be
then
found
fixed
again.
it for me.
But she got you in right away, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it was like the ER for hair. I mean,
Oh.
what is she going to turn me away? She
This
couldn't
is
let me
true.
walk the
She
street.
saw and thought, no.
Couldn't let me walk the street like
You
that.
have to.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
next whip.
Next
Now,
whip.
this one right
Did you
here,
start that one?
this is where I was going to say, again, I want to show Kathy and get her opinion on this.
Oh,
This was out of
look
a magazine. Hold on just a second. The Gift of Stitching. So this
I
was
love
it finished. And it was a pretty orangish color and white, and it's on this kind of grayish taupe fabric.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
I
what all that is.
love your fabric.
So I ordered, it goes like, I'm going here. I ordered, this is linen raw, or raw linen
Raw linen.
from Ada. And I like the thing. And then what I'm doing is, if you can see, that is a DMC.
A very variation.
It's not one of their variegated. It's
Okay.
one of their kind of newer. It's 4025 and 4042 or something. But it's a green and a blue that are variegated like that. And then I put
That's
the white in.
beautiful.
And you can't see it, but I went ahead and sewed a few little white beads on there to see if they'd show up. And my dilemma here is, it calls for beads in the middle of here. If you look
Okay.
on the pattern,
Okay.
you see they use little silver, coppery color beads or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to use metal color beads or iron-on you know, those little flat back Swarovski crystals. I'm
Okay.
almost tempted to iron. Can I iron that on top of? I mean, this is cotton.
I don't know why you couldn't.
I don't know why you couldn't. But anyway, the moral to the story is yet
I
to be
love
determined what
The
beads I'm
background
gonna do.
fabric too.
And I love the variegation on that
Really,
thread.
yeah.
And it's like
Let me see.
$1.19. That's full.
That's
You know.
very pretty.
I mean,
It's
skein.
perfect. It's her colors perfectly.
It is my colors. It's
Got
my
that
colors.
blue. Oh yeah.
So I love
Yummy,
that.
yummy, yummy.
So I did start that, and it's talk about the world's easiest stitch.
Is it a good one?
It's like
Not
incredibly
too
easy.
bad.
And then and here's my question. I have big plans. Oh, I'm gonna get all this stuff stitched before Christmas. I'm watching Carol and Brenda and Laura and Kathy and all these people show all this gorgeous Christmas stuff, which took how many years? So I'm thinking in 1 year I'm gonna get some things done. So if in 2 months I can't even finish one block, in 1 month can I finish 3 blocks? Because that's what I'm gonna need to do to get this finished by Christmas.
I love that.
But I haven't given it much time. But I'm loving how I don't know if y'all can see.
It's a boppy thread,
Yeah.
right?
Can you see the variation in colors? Kathy,
Yeah,
let me move
number
this way.
one. Okay.
Can you see the all the different colors? You talk about some confetti.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Pretty heavy confetti.
Anyway, so but I'm loving it, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to get to the next one. Haven't given it much time, so I'm still feeling like, you know, I think I can get another couple of blocks done.
I think that's kind of a secret I have. Is one of the reasons why I like a sampler is because, for the most part, not always, and you certainly can't live by this rule because you will be mad at yourself and you'll have visits with the frog like crazy. But a lot of times you don't have to look at the pattern.
Oh no, man!
Because I mean, you can go right across the row or right around the corner, and
no,
good.
there's no method to that madness.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
I think that's why I like samplers.
And it's going to come out pretty. And I'm loving the full coverage.
Yeah.
But it is each stitch you have to look, you know, because
Yeah.
it's one of this, two of this.
Do you mark it off as you
Of
go?
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mark
This,
it off
of
as
course.
you go.
So that's going to bring me to the next thing, if you don't mind, Kathy.
No.
And you don't even know what the hell I'm talking
No,
about. Heck, I'm talking about. Excuse me.
I'm that
So-
easy going.
I had one of the reasons I love her. Okay, so Kathy had come, you know, we had talked about how do we want to organize this so that we can tell you what fabric we used or what thread we used, or we can look back and
Yeah, well,
know and
that's
all that kind of
hard.
stuff. So one of the things we did, Kathy posted on Instagram the pictures of her, what do you call those? I don't know.
I bought this from a gal on Etsy.
The artwork, she's
The
talking about the little
artwork.
primitive
The
girls.
artwork, yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm not selling these. I'm using this for personal use, but
But what they are is a way to document
yes.
what you're stitching. So what happened is I made mine,
Yep.
and then Kathy made hers. I'll show you the difference.
Okay, so prim like crazy. I bought library card holders,
Which hold a 3x5.
which hold a 3x5 index card, which are coming. Of course, they didn't come. They're here tomorrow. But then I am doing this little picture deal that I'm going to tuck either on it or in it, depending upon I have to wait till I get the cards to see how that's going to play out for me. But I have made a little folder like this for my samplers, and I made little charms. This one says samplers on it. You can see that with a punch tin. I've got one for smalls, one for holidays, and one for miscellaneous. So I am going to track all of my finishes. I don't care how long it takes me to get something done, but it's going to track my finishes, what the pattern is, the designer, the fabric, the threads that I use, the stitch count, so that when I'm talking to you or to Molly,
Or like you mentioned, going to the attics and do I have that pattern?
Yeah.
What did I use? What's
Yeah.
that? And all. So what I'm loving is I made mine the same size as my floss books,
right?
as you did yours.
Yeah.
Mine are a little bit bigger. You know, I always tease I'm like a bull in a china shop, so I have to have everything bigger. So I just pulled out a Christmas floss book. Let me see if I can do it. And it's covered with graphic
It's
45
adorable.
paper. And let me see if I throw the charm back in the front. You can see I've got a big old honking charm on there. I used some stickers and all. But then on mine, what I did, let me get this out of the way. I made my own pockets out of just craft colored paper. Add a little Google on them and all that kind of stuff. And then what I did was I downloaded a free PDF of a library card. And then, of course, I colored it kind of
Tim Holtz.
dogged it down a little bit,
Mhm.
made it a little sepia-y and inked it and all that kind of stuff. So I have mine. And what I do like, because, I'm just this way, I can put them in alphabetical order or however I want to put them.
Right.
Because it's a ring system. It's not in a notebook or anything like that. So I can just flip through.
So
I like the notebook idea, but I like being able to flip through
Yeah.
alphabetically and say, what the heck was that? Or by, I know this is Christmas or whatever.
So
I was so proud of our little books.
Yeah,
I was so proud.
little different setup, but ultimately the result is what we're looking for. I like this, she likes hers, and we're happy.
And one of the things difference, if you'll notice, this is 20. I made myself where it's 20 envelopes in here.
And this is
so
50.
far I have one.
It's going to take time for me to go back and look everything up.
Right.
Which I have it documented. It's just a very hard, difficult way to get at.
But this is cute to sit out.
It's cute to sit out.
It's cute to sit
So,
out.
by the way, if you're looking to make these, we do have a tutorial out there on floss books, which is identical to this, except for the insides, of course, are what you choose.
Instead
to
of
put on the
plastic
inside.
bags, you put those things. But I think I'm going to like that. I like the flexibility of it. I like the fact that it's a decor piece almost.
And this mine just has a little ribbon on the back.
But you saw what I'm saying. This is how when I originally downloaded it and resized it and cleaned it up a little bit, this was the color of it, and then I just took and played on Photoshop a little bit.
I'm anxious for my cards to come tomorrow.
Me too.
I'll be calling Molly to show her what.
Okay, anyway, so then the next thing I made, I had showed y'all, and Kathy's going to laugh because here's all her gorgeous, primitive, tactile, beautiful, textury stuff, and I got a plastic thing here. But, I had stitched the little Christmas planner, so I'm going searching the world for a notebook to put this in because I need it easy for me. I need it sturdy. I need it sturdy, all that stuff. So I went to Office Depot, and they have an avocado binder. What are the odds they have an avocado binder? So all I did was I used some of my K & Company paper, and it's cute. But it's sturdy. It's a 3-ring binder. Once again, I can rearrange stuff and all that kind of stuff. I've got starting to put patterns in there that I'm collecting up. But I did make myself some calendar pages, and I just didn't put them in there so that I could show you. But what'll happen, I made, used some, and then I printed, I don't know if you can see, but there's lines on the back, so I can do it.
And that's off of Etsy as well.
The artwork was off Etsy, yes, and then
I like your avocado binder.
I do, because it matches my paper, So, but some poor kid's going to go to school with an avocado binder. No.
Not happening.
Not happening. But anyway, so those were 2 things that
my mom made me take this one.
Yeah. My grandmother had it in her kitchen. But what my thought was is, I see other people who list, I'm going to do this month, I'm going to do this month.
I can't do that.
Once again, I'm
not that
fangirling on Carol from the Salt Lake Stitcher. But she had even mentioned something like, I'm not that much of a boss on myself. I don't want to tell myself I have to do this week. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. If I tell myself I have to, I probably won't do it. But I do want to kind of list some things and get myself a little organized, because I have to be able to do, in 2 weeks, I finished one thing, started 4 or 5 things, and all that stuff. In the next 2 weeks, I'm thinking I'll be able to finish 3 more.
I like the freedom of waking up and deciding, what will it be today?
Yeah, but I also want it documented so I don't forget this one.
Yeah.
Don't forget that one now. Okay, so that was the organizational part.
Yeah.
So,
aren't we organized? We did that good, huh?
Yeah. I used to have a happy planner.
I forgot my stickers.
Oh yeah. Oh, a whole bunch of stickers.
Then what I can do on my little cards then, or on my little pockets, is put all these cute little stickers on them that are flat, because I don't want to increase the width any more than I have to. So I did find some cute stickers, Hobby Lobby, half off.
And I know a lot of ladies online have that big old thick sticker book they bought from Amazon. Beautiful stickers. Yeah. They're larger in scale, it appears.
Yeah, I like a little, and I definitely am going to keep mine smaller than the big one. So, but that's okay.
And I don't know. It might have been Brenda. I don't know. It was somebody that showed not artist, but Ardith Designs does a calendar. I don't know. I mean, a book, a stitching book. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm going to show you after this video. Really pretty. Ardith. Ardith, I think is how you spell it. And it's a sweet little notebook. Some people use the book of days and all that stuff. But for me, I just needed a notebook that I could be much more flexible in. I could, reorganize the pages so that I could find stuff and all. Okay, so that was fully finishes, whips, So haul would be next.
A little haul is next.
We're punishing y'all just a little bit with all this stuff before we get to all this gorgeous stuff back
here. And if we don't get to all of that, besides that, there happens to be rum cake with a center that I'm dying for. And I made my favorite little appetizer dish, easy peasy shrimp dish. So we want to eat.
Yeah, the rum cake is like.
If we get to it all today, we'll be back.
Smells delicious, I can tell you.
The rum cake. When she said rum cake, I'm like, oh. But anyway, I know where this is going.
Okay, so do you have a haul you want to show?
Sure. I don't know where to put it.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to start showing mine.
You show yours.
When you find yours, you jump in. You just hit me with something and jump in. Okay. I want to thank everybody. Y'all helped me so much. Find Murky and Heroic Fabrics. Y'all helped me find Threadworks Thread. You've helped me find some other things and all. I need y'all's help on this. I bought this pattern because somebody showed they'd stitched it. Now I need the box. Now the only problem with needing the box, Kathy, is if this was stitched on 32 count, 36 count, if I do it on 18, it will be the same size, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I need this box. Because if I'm doing it a different size. So I bought some 18. But this is not new. I could find the pattern. I can't find the box. So anybody know where I can get a box? Holler at me.
Let Molly know.
Okay.
She's in dire need.
So then I have a bad habit of ODing on the same. Let me see if I can find it. You know when I like something, I overdo it. Okay. So I'm watching the dadgum Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop just mesmerizing me, tantalizing me with all these things. And one of the things she showed, I think these are darn. For me to be able to get a few things done,
that's cute.
By Christmas, I wanted some little 2-inch ornaments and some little easy things I could do. So this right here, covering the thing. I am. Hold on. It's, what does it say? Christmas stamps. And it's from Madame Chantilly. Oh, that just sounds so fancy. Okay. Anyway, so aren't they darling? They're cute, cute, cute as a button. Well, that wasn't enough little things. So then I went online and bought from Croqueta Go-Go, Somebody a Go-Go. And they're the same, but more, these look simpler to me. Kind of, I don't mean coloring book in a bad way. I mean, very singular color type thing.
It's just a different look.
Yeah. The ones from this one, or a little bit more color variants and things like that. A little, more detail. Like that. But I love them. I can't wait to do them.
Look at number 14, the robin. Isn't that cute?
They're darling, the little cardinals. I mean, they're all.
Now, what are you going to do with them?
Well, funny you should ask. Oh. Part of my haul, which y'all watch when Kathy leaves, I got to frisk her. Kathy, I needed a rolling pin to put on my Santa that I framed. I said, I need on the bow at the top. I wanted a rolling pin or cookie cutters or something to put in the top of there. Kathy goes, I was at Dollar Tree. They have, hundreds, thousands of rolling pins. Well, the Dollar Tree is just, half a mile away. Get in the car. Oh, and while you're there, would you buy me a notebook? There's not a rolling pin in the Dollar Tree. Nowhere to be found.
Do you think I sent
but they had it for her notebook. But anyway, so my thought was, if I can't find a rolling pin or something to put, because it talks about being fat.
Honest to God, I know the rolling pins were there because I mentioned to Molly, I have not thought about my mother-in-law a whole heck of a lot, and the rolling pins were there, and I was like, oh my God, that's the rolling pin that Kathy used on all her stuff.
And they could be there. I walked the store like 4 times up and down, but her notebook was right there where she told me it was. But anyway, so that's that. So then the other, you want to show more or not? Okay, I want to show you another thing that I OD'd on. Hold on, OD'd. That's a terrible way.
Your overdose pen.
Okay, I saw this and I had to have it. I thought that was so cute. Even if I didn't stitch the word Christmas, the little fellas in there are darling. The little Santa, or the little tree, or the, all those stockings and all. They're just darling, but I'm hoping to do it. I've already started looking for frames. Do you really need to do Christmas and December? No. You
need to pick but how do you pick?
Well, I couldn't. And again, I don't know if you, but like, look at that little Santa. Look at those little, the little angel. They're just darling. That little gingerbread with a cup of coffee. So anyway, I should be able to get a lot of little ornaments done.
Yeah.
And all. Okay. Do you want to show some of your
Well,
things?
I have a little bit of haul that I got. My color and cotton threads, which look how patriotically looking those are. Got those in the mail.
That's a beautiful red.
Isn't that pretty? 36 count Newcastle Norton crepe linen. Pick that up. Two, I have been going crazy over these You and I Friends patterns. And I grabbed these, snatched these two up. I mean, I love the witch.
That's exactly what my hair looked like
Love
yesterday, too.
the witch. And I'm sure they're out of print. You got to go to the secondary sites for them, but absolutely love those two. And then I was telling Molly that I know some people, and I think Laura might be doing this in a stitch along. This is a with thy needle and thread. I pulled the floss for that. And we got to get that on. Some floss drops. But I think it's really, really very, very pretty. So we did that. And one of the things
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are these like a
club monthly or every other?
But I'm saying that it
weeks?
looks like more yardage than I get.
Oh, it's 8 yards. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay.
And then I wanted to talk about. I have gotten to know Kathy Barrick over the years, and she's an awesome. Oh, and I turned my phone off. You talk. Because I got to turn my phone back on. I got to tell you, because what Kathy told me about herself, and I thought it was very, very interesting.
Okay, so I've showed you those, what I'm calling silly little things. Now, my next two I want to show you, because I'm hoping you'll hold me to getting these done. If you remember the video we did at the beginning of July, the first Christmas one we did, Kathy showed a gingerbread house that was the most stunning creation ever.
It was in the smalls?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a 3D gingerbread house with just loaded with beads and things like that. I can't do that. There's no way. But what I did do was from Chelsea and Priscilla from the, what are they, the Stitching Housewives? Stitching with the Housewives. They had this, I think it was from last year, and To All a Good Night. It's flat, so I'm thinking I can do it. But what I'm asking Kathy to do is help me recolor it a little bit, and I want to bead this thing up with all those candy looking beads.
Sequins,
where it has,
shiny stuff.
Oh yeah, where it has that same magical
really
look. But something that I can actually do.
Yeah.
Some of those pieces on the gingerbread house were like this big. I can't. I'd lose that in my hand. You know, trying to stitch that whole thing. But this, I think I can do. So imagine this all candied up, you know, with little lights and things. So that's one thing I bought. And then this, I didn't realize I bought, but I kept getting emails about, don't forget your download. I'm like, what download? And I bought this. Isn't he darling?
You know, that's the home heartstrings pattern that some of my Santas. I think. No, mine were homespun collectibles. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
But anyway, isn't he a doll?
Yeah, he's cute.
I mean, just absolutely.
I love his jacket.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I like his boot. I mean, everything.
Really
cute.
Like
so I'm thinking these look easy. I hope I'm right on that. They look easy to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Ada friendly.
Yeah.
Not as much confetti going on. There's some, if you'll notice his jacket's polka dotted. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay. So, have to kind of laugh about Kathy Barrick. She's been a designer. Well, she tells me she's been a designer for about 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to make Victorian scrap ornaments. This is kind of how I got to know Kathy. Believe it or not, before I even knew Molly, I was in the Junior Women's Club up in Wisconsin selling Victorian scrap. Well, I posted my picture of my feather tree couple times, and then Kathy posted a picture of her floor to ceiling feather tree. It's just beautiful. But Kathy and I have kind of chuckled back and forth. Anyway, I knew she was having some new releases, and she said, hey, if you talk about them, I'm going to send you one. So I want to this is by far my favorite, and I just think that is absolutely beautiful, and I want to make sure
that is magical.
And then this sweet little drum.
Oh, Annabella showed that, I think, this morning.
Yeah. And this one so reminds me of Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Cedarburg, Wisconsin has an old grist mill right there in town. And me and my mom and my twin and my younger sister, we would go to Cedarburg and shop like crazy. So I cannot wait to get my hands going on that one. So, but I need to have
pretty butterflies.
Kathy's style is so whimsical. Now her daughter's is Liz Matthews, which is the tree that you're doing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I've been talking to Kathy a little bit, and she said we were talking about our dogs, and I said to her, "What can I tell people about you? Because not everybody realizes that she's been around that long, and the changes that have happened in her life as far as her designs." So she started out as Barrick samplers. We all know what Barrett samplers are. Then Anne Brown and her started chart makers, which right now are very sought after older designs. They're OOP, most of them. I don't even think there's any that are in print. But OOP chart makers kind of remind me of the Good Housewife designs that are out there. She kept her individual businesses going too. Then she changed the name of Barrack Samplers to Carriage House. Everybody knows Carriage House.
Even I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Everybody knows what that is. Carriage House Samplings. About 20 years later. About 20 years later, my sister took over Carriage House, and she started designing then under Kathy Barrack. So what a story.
No kidding.
But she's been around a really, really long time. Now, I actually worked at a needlework shop back in the 80s, early 90s. Yeah, I know, I love that one. And she wasn't designing yet then, but I remember couldn't have been too much further thereafter, because I remember some of the older Carriage House designs, and that was her. But fun gal. If you see Kathy she's on Instagram, and her jewelry, she had, I think, took a little bit of break from designing and then started making jewelry. Her jewelry pieces are absolutely stunning. Talk about droolable stuff. But
and she's who did that moon.
Yes, I showed the moon
The
one
moon
last.
chart is beautiful.
22 moons.
She does them every
2022. She's just ongoing.
Okay.
She's an ongoing designer. She'll have designs up like for.
Well, but I think
Nashville.
the moon is a series.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't know.
I think she said that when I watched her and her daughter.
Yeah.
They had that cute little, like the elephant parade and the something of peacocks and the.
Yes.
Oh, it was
cute. I like Liz's trees. And you're working on one of her trees. I can see that tree.
Oh, I haven't showed that yet.
You have to show that tree. I can see that tree being done on like that 7 count clusters, even a burlappy feel to it. It's tall, big, on a big wood block next to a fire. I just think that would look, this one. So cool if you could do that really big, and I just think that would be fantastic.
Well, I'm doing
do it in yarn or some heavy
I
weight.
love it. And once again, Liz, I love your designs. Your color choices are phenomenal. However, I'm going to want to add a little bit of turquoise blue and copper or something in here. And you see the lace trim along the bottom of that. It's not lace, it's cross stitch, but it looks like lace. Well, it's just got to have some beads in there.
Yeah.
You know, so this to me was stunning. And what my theory is if I could hang my 12 Days of Christmas from Bothy Designs on the table in front of it, or on the server in front of that, would be
I love that tree. Out of all the trees that I've seen, Liz, I love that number one.
And she does a lot of pretty trees.
She does. And the thing too with putting up just one of the 12 Days of Christmas, it kind of brings it all together. You don't.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I can't do. I'm not doing all 12, but I want to do.
You wouldn't need to do all 12 because this says it all. Everybody knows that's 12 Days of Christmas.
But I don't
absolutely love that. So. If you guys, and I know these went out to the shops, so contact your local needlework.
And Annabella, the lady's name is not Annabella. Her shop's name is Annabella.
Okay.
She was showing these.
She was showing this one, yeah. So I'm sure that they'll have them there for you. That's kind of difficult when they come out with brand new ones because everyone's after them, and then you have to kind of wait.
Well, and I'm buying stuff from 10 years ago, printed out of magazines or something, and here they come out with new. But this one right here, somewhere on here it said how big the tree was, but the stitch count is 97 by 132 for the picture and almost for the tree. So we're not talking about huge. So I see what you're saying about doing it. Yeah. That's on a 14 count.
I think it would be really cool on 7 count.
Do it on a 10 or 7.
Yeah, and have it big. Have it on a wood block. I just think that would be very, very cool. So really, that's all I have as far as haul goes.
I'm going to show just a couple more because I'm just so excited about it. And again, I'm hoping I can get some of the smaller ones of these done, or taste of some of each of these kind of things done. So the other thing I don't think I showed you in the last one from Prairie Schooler, I bought these birds, and I had bought a dimensions kit, I think, with the bird on it and all that kind of stuff. But these are so pretty. Birds. Oh my God, I love those. And cardinals, I have pretty cardinal things I put out, just to remember my loved ones and all. Okay, So, what you looking at?
No.
Are you touching? Oh, what do you want?
No, I'm just putting this one aside.
Are you taking it? Okay. No. Oh, okay. Now, this, again, young lady, I'm going to tell you her name was Cindy. Y'all probably all know her. I will try to link her video down there. She did an ornament exchange. She hosted an ornament exchange, and she was showing all these ornaments that the people sent in.
I don't know who that is.
Pretty blonde. Pretty blonde, big, pretty eyeshadow. Was wearing a Santa hat in the video and all. So she had these people sending these ornaments for an exchange and all. Well, merciful heavens, every one she showed, I was like, oh, well, I've got that. I need that. I need that. Well, then one of the ornaments the lady sent in, gave credit to the fact that she got it out of a Just Cross Stitching magazine from 2009. I thought, wait a minute, I have a CD or DVD with Just Cross Stitching.
Oh, is that where they are?
Once I opened up those files, about 3/4, not that might be an exaggeration, but a bunch of those ornaments that were so cute.
All right there.
Were in those magazines. So don't think I wasn't sitting there.
The Halloween ones are really, really popular too. The Halloween cross stitch magazines.
Well, I love those too.
Yeah.
But that little snowman with the rabbit and the Mary was one of the ornaments somebody did. And I want to change the blackbird design. It was so cute. And then next to it in the book, you can see this. Sue Hillis, I think, did the tree that's the scissors. If you can see that in the middle of white.
Kitty cats.
Oh, she's blaming my cat.
It's the kitty cats.
Whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, those are two I want to do there. And then I wanted to show you just a couple more. I bought some charts that are like, good golly, have a holly jolly Christmas, or some Christmas songs or something like that. Look at that little Run Run Rudolph. I think he's so cute.
Who designed that one?
I don't know.
That's
it's
adorable.
It's just, I had to have it. Run Run Rudolph. Don't get me singing. Do you see it? No? Okay, hold on. Run Run Rudolph, the Gentle Art Sampler Threads, Sue Rayner, and Teresa Vanette.
Oh, Shakespeare Peddler.
Shakespeare Peddler.
Kitten Stitcher.
Okay, so anyway, and I'm not going to show you that one.
Oh, but there's my scissor holder. Right here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
What she's talking about is this. See? So all of these were on that same DVD. And I ran it for this one, and I like that sound line. And then I showed y'all Run Run Rudolph because I just like anything that kind of gets you singing around the house when you do it. Look at that reindeer.
Oh, that's cute.
Is he cute?
I like that house.
I love the whole thing, the trees and everything. I just liked it.
Love the house.
So, Dadgum Cindy. She got me her little ornament.
That's adorable.
And then last, but what I say certainly not least, look at that sweet little mitten.
Yeah, that's cute.
Now the pattern is just the Happy Holidays with the tree. But isn't that cute? But they give you the pattern for the mitten in there. So that was my haul. I'm calling that a haul, but it was actually just printed out of magazines.
We did.
So I think I have enough stuff picked out, big and small, to keep me busy between now and
Christmas. With my fall project bag.
And there's fall and Halloween in the middle.
This is where the sunflower pattern that I showed last week is going to go in from the book.
Can I back up and show them?
Back up the bus?
We're getting to her stuff in just 1 second. I want to show you this. While I was looking for her notebook at Dollar Tree and couldn't find those other things, they have these. Aren't they cute? Look how little they are. So some of those little 2-inch or 1.5 square ornaments and all, that would make a perfect little thing to put it on. And then the other thing is, while I was at Hobby Lobby in their 75% off Americana, I bought these 3 frames. They came down to, let's see, 40 times 3 is $1.20. So they came down to about $1.20 a frame. And my thought was, I'm going to put Christmas paper in the back, stitch some of those little bitty ornaments, stick them in there, stick them on a pole, and stick them in a pot. Like a little tree form or something. It made sense in my mind. But anyway, so that was part of my haul. If y'all can, at the end of season clearance, This, I think, is a free pattern.
It's free, yeah.
But you can't show the chart.
Right. Yeah. Can't show charts. And I don't know, it was free when she put it out. So whether or not it's still free, I don't know.
Okay. What we're talking about is with the needle and thread.
Yeah,
it was
Gervais.
Mary and Minty.
Yeah.
It was a free pattern.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I have a haul of fabric, but it's...
but you got to show the fabric.
Well, I'll go as fast as I can.
Okay, because the fabric is so pretty.
I don't remember if it was Carol or Brenda or both, but they showed Ren.
She's got some beautiful Ada fabric.
And it's all Ada and so soft.
Yeah.
Who is it? Picture This Plus?
Oh, yeah, you talked about soft fabric.
And this is from Picture This Plus, Phoebe.
Yeah.
Don't be
That's
touching
nice.
it too long now. But isn't that pretty? So Picture This Plus, the Ren, and I don't remember who showed Carol and Brenda, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I loved it on camera, and I love it in person. Oh my God.
Very pretty.
Now this right here, which one is this? Oh, Legacy. So I bought 2 chunks of Legacy because I've learned that that's one of my favorite colors. Now this color right here is from Picture This Plus, and it's called Fog.
Like
and
that
I
one,
don't
too.
think it's going to show up as pretty as it is. Can
Very
you
pretty.
see?
That looks
It
soft,
looks
too.
like a wintry day.
Is this all from 123 Stitch?
Yep.
Because maybe they do something to their fabrics, because all of these are soft.
I don't know, but they're pretty. But
Wow.
anyway, I love that color. It's just,
That's very pretty.
it's very pretty. Okay, now, was this the one I didn't, not my favorite? Oh, I wanted a chunk of Heroic so bad. I wanted a chunk of Heroic so bad. Whoever did this, let's see who this is from. Picture This Plus. Okay. You see more color right now on the camera than we can see you in person.
That happens.
But anyway, very soft.
It's pink.
It's
It's
soft,
more pink
and
than
it's pink.
yeah.
So it's
And yet, when you hold it here, it doesn't look that pink. at all.
no, but in my hand, that thing is pink. I mean, like pink.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
got.
Anyway, this is my favorite probably out of the bunch, and it was hand dyed cotton from Fiber on a Whim,
That's
and
my
it's
favorite,
wheat.
too. That's pretty.
Oh, I love this.
You know what I like about these is they don't look like they're tie dyed.
No,
Some
no.
fabrics look like not even pretty modeled. It's splotchy like tie dyed.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that.
Okay, now this next one I bought when I showed Kathy the picture online, she went, oh,
Did I do that?
yeah.
Oh.
And I said, why? She goes, I don't know what you're going to stitch on that. And I was like, oh, darn. Well, it came in. Now she says she likes it.
I love it.
It was feldspar, and it's pretty.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's pretty. And it looks wintry to me. Does
I
it
wonder
look
if that
wintry
comes
to
in
you?
linen. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You know what else it kind of reminds me of? Like a Mirabella would be beautifully stitched on.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's
that.
feldspar. So, and then thank y'all for those who told me where I could find Murky. Now my Murky came in. Remember, it's
Oh,
Ada,
yeah.
not linen. But if you remember, Kathy's Murky had that beautiful brownish overcast to it. Well, mine doesn't. It's beautiful, but I'm going to be tea dyeing it.
Who's my Murphy?
See the difference? Mine is like
It's
green.
kind of there. I mean,
Yours has got a. Anyway, I'm going to be tea dyeing it. So it's all there is. There ain't no more. Okay, so that was
Okay.
my haul.
Okay.
I'm through.
So now our shrimp and our cake.
I have another question.
Yeah.
So in December, Christmas calories don't count.
Not at all.
So if you're eating Christmas food in July,
Not at all.
oh, okay, well then we're good. Okay, so
Okay, we're gonna begin. So these are items that I have stitched over the years. Again, I don't know that we're gonna get through them all. We might. If we do, great. If we don't, oh well. Let's start out with my very first
I'm gonna unlayer them and
Gloria and Pat cross stitch. Look at that on Ada, 18 count Ada.
I got married in
Isn't that
1982.
cute?
When did you stitch this?
I stitched this in 82.
That is as old as I've
And
been.
back then, they were doing fabric mats at Cobblestone Framing Gallery in Racine, Wisconsin. And isn't he sweet, though?
He's sweet.
He's sweet. I put him out every year. In spite of the fact he's on Ada, just teasy.
Okay, so when I first moved to the neighborhood, I'm gonna tell you one more story.
I
First
love
moved
it.
to the neighborhood, Kathy says she cross stitches. And that's why I do paper. Oh, you know what? I have a piece of Ada. Let me get that. Because I've been carrying this Ada around for 40 years with me or something. I give it to her. She said, oh, thank you so much. I did not know then that inside she was thinking, I do not want this piece of Ada. So the minute I told her I was going to get them cross stitch, she goes, oh, wait, I have something for you. She gives me my Ada back.
I honestly think I didn't know that I do that.
No, I said you were thinking it. But you were real gracious when you accepted it. But she gave it back to me as quick as she could hand it to me.
You know, if
Okay.
it weren't for the needlework shop that I worked for and got me going on linen, it's like, and now,
Oh, thank you.
honestly, if I train my granddaughters, I'm going to just train them right on.
That's
linen.
actually what she told me. She said, oh, I like to train my granddaughter. I said,
Okay,
how's your
just-
granddaughter? She said, well, she's about 6.
Train them right,
It's
train 'em right on linen.
Anyway,
Oh, and this birds of a feather.
is that fabric checked?
It's checkered. It's a gingham. And I wanted it really, really country. Found the frame, added the chunky
Where do you
star.
find that?
You can get it. That's still available. In fact, that's available in multitude of colors.
The check?
Blue, pink, gold. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And I wanted it country looking. So, yeah. Birds of a Feather. Can't get it anymore. It's called the Nativity. I think it's just the Nativity.
That is so
I think the
pretty.
patterns on
Look
eBay
at
were
the little
going for
baby
like
Jesus.
hundreds of dollars. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's a Hog River frame too, by the way, which those are
Okay,
very,
hold on. I'm failing.
very.
I'm falling down.
You're falling behind.
Okay, this one I made a floss drop out of for myself.
Yeah, this one was from I believe it's the historic Stickmuster stitch along that they had one December. I stitched it really tiny, as tiny as I could get over one. And instead of repeating, I added some more languages there, just to add, so everyone was represented in languages. So that's a cool one. That's
very cool.
Then this one,
oh my God,
and I'm gonna have to look this one up. This one's a really has. A lot of people have asked me about that one, and I should know this.
I can tell you stitched it in 2013.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Carolina House Designs. Now the cartouche is different because I picked a piece of.
I'm trying to show your face.
That's okay. I don't need. They didn't.
Yes, they do.
No. I picked a little bits and piece from a sampler, a piece of holly, and I just stitched that holly in there instead of the cartouche. But Carolina Cross Stitch House very much kind of represents a Quaker design. So, but yeah, it's kind of cool.
The linen is beautiful.
Yeah, linen's really pretty on that one too.
In there.
Alright.
Okay, and here.
Oh, that's Plum Street.
Oh my God.
Love this one. And I added my dog. And I'm going to let y'all look to see if you can find him. Oh, he's there. That's not my Cooper. That's Smokey. Smokey's no longer with us, but yeah, I like that one too. So I did add. If you go back the other way, I added this candle right over there. I added that.
Oh, how pretty!
I needed a spot, especially since I was putting the dog by Santa Claus. I had to fill it in. I just tucked a little candle.
The stitching on this is just.
Yeah, it's really cool. Love that one. I like the way the variegation turned out on the bottom there, too, for so it looks like an old piece of wood. And she has that's Paulette Stewart. She has the not only the Christmas one, she's got the Yuletide and the 4th of July.
The color of that yarn, is beautiful.
The thread is beautiful.
Thread.
Yeah. See, and that's the stuff I want to document. Like, what thread did I use? You know, which one did I actually?
You have children, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like 10 years older than you, so there's not a snowball's chance in heck I'm getting this
Hopefully
out of here.
my kids won't even care. Oh, yeah. This one's a very popular one. I love this one, too. This is a Blackbird. I don't know if you can all see it. Blackbird, Peace on Earth. I have to talk about this song. This is my absolute favorite Christmas song. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, and I put in I charted the very first part of the verse, and I love that one too. But I want to tell you a little bit about that. The gentleman that wrote that song or that poem is this guy. I just got this postcard, Molly. Remember I told you I was looking to get it?
Mm-hmm.
And this is, this is Longfellow. And if you look at this song and the words to it, you can see the trying time that he was in and how the song came about. Mm-hmm. Awesomeness behind it.
When you say Longfellow, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This gentleman right here wrote that. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. And he was very down about what was happening around him at the time. And if you read through the verse of "I heard the bells on Christmas Day," you can feel it. And then I also have the book by Jennifer Chiaverini, Christmas Bells. Very similar story, if you will. Okay, moving on. And that one, I knew you were gonna get to that one.
Is that on a towel?
That's on a piece of linen, and that is by Good Flora Stitchwork. And that's this pattern here, and I also changed that. What did I change on it? I don't know. And To All a Good Night. And you can see she has Good Day, something, Sire Christmas, Good Day, Sire Christmas. I just wanted To All a Good Night because there's Santa with his clothes hung up. And then I added this here so it looked like snowflakes, and it is stitched on a piece of linen that has the red design already in it. So I love that one too. Gotta love them all. Gotta have, oh, and then that's an old one. That is done by Christmas Village, and that is by Tricia Shapinski. Copyright 1980. So now this is the pattern, and I added in all the snow on top of the roofs because you gotta have a little bit of snow going on your roofs.
And look at the stair, the banisters, and the, oh my God, the detail in those things.
That's a cool one.
That is just unbelievably phenomenal. Okay, hold on, stay there. I'll get you.
Hang on, peeps, we're getting them.
Let me do this.
I can put them in my lap here. You got to have a little bit of winter, and I actually sold the pattern. I thought, well, that was stupid because I keep all my patterns, and I bought it again. I thought, well, if I ever wanted to stitch it again, I could. And this is a Leisure Arts by Roger Reinwardy, and I framed it up close. It does kind of look like a little picture, but I believe this one is called the Red Flag. Let me just double check here and see what he calls it. Yep, Red Flag. Red Flag on the mailbox. And then this one is one of the wreaths that I stitched Mary Beale. It's one of her designs, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And she's pretty well known for her pretty intricate designs, as well as she's got a beautiful sampler wreath that's out of print, as this one's out of print too.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, I like that one too. And I guess I didn't bring the pattern for this one. I'm going to show it. But you guys will have to tell me who it is. So, I like the winter scenes. I think you can take everything else down and still have winter up. And so, like that one.
Okay, and this might be one of my second favorites.
This one? This is Modern Folk Embroidery. And Mary, and I don't know how to pronounce that, Weir Eat. I recharted the verse. I wanted the song O Tannenbaum because with all these trees, it absolutely looked like a Christmas sampler to me.
That is
so.
The
that one. Oh, and then this one's a Chessie and Me. And I unfortunately, I just don't think this one gets as much credit. But this one is called, it's actually the bottom there, Cherish, Peace, and Goodwill. And I just think it's an absolutely beautiful, the house, the trees. And I stitched this on a linen that I picked up at Country Sampler. Had a little touch of green to it, 35 count. Most all of mine are done on 35, 36 counts. Yeah, it's a pretty one.
The frames are so pretty.
Frame on that one's very nice. Most of them I frame myself. And that's the red and green sampler by Samplers Not Forgotten.
So I got a reflection from the windows.
It came with a pattern of a little Christmas needle roll. Let me see if I can get a better one this way. Absolutely going to put that up for Christmas. I actually have this one out now already.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty done.
Okay.
So I did that one. And then these came out of this book, Kind Cross Stitch Designs for Christmas, Danish Handcraft Guild. And what I did is I put, my husband cut the wood for me, and each of the tops are different. There's 3 of them. Each of the tops are different, so that I wanted it to represent crowns. And then I have an authentic stone that I added to the top of there. You got shepherds there, Mary and Joseph, the kings. I think the kings are cool.
So she has like a purple quartz or amethyst.
Yeah, added onto the top.
And then
jade
on one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And I added Joseph onto this one, onto the one on the back. It's actually charted just for Mary, and I added Joseph to the back.
Oh my gosh, Kathy, that's
So
unbelievable.
that's those.
And you frayed your linen and then
I
you
frayed the linen,
burlap.
and then I frayed burlap underneath, pounded it in with nails. I wanted it very primitive. Very primitive.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty.
So, and I like
how
how my
easy-
husband did a nice job. I painted them, stained them black, and then I actually added a little bit of gold.
And you're
the top.
saying primitive, but by the same time, what an easy finish that would
Yeah.
be too.
Yeah, not expensive.
Oh my gosh.
And
Kathy, that's just
I was
good.
like, how am I going to
Sorry, I'm
finish
thinking.
these where I could get all three of them? So I just hang them three one underneath, that one at the top. But I love that one too.
Have you shown these two? Isn't this ridiculously gorgeous?
I have not shown. So this is one of Blackbird's Merry Christmas, and this one I actually took an antique ornament, and you know how the silver's faded on it a little bit. There we go.
I'm sorry, I'm scraping this.
And I stitched some of this with metallic on the border, so because I wanted that feel of an old ornament. And Molly, I don't know if you can see that, but
It's unbelievable.
yeah, too bad you can't see. I guess you can get a glimmer of it, but there is stitched metallic in there. Like I said, I wanted that gray, kind of old, rubbed off.
Do you have a
feeling.
picture of that on Instagram or anything? And
I might.
okay. If not, can you have a picture
Sure.
of that on Instagram? You might, because that in life.
In life, it's very different looking than. And
Just
this
rich.
one is a Christmas one for me. It was not intended to be Christmas, but this is a Hands Across the Sea, Carolyn Page. I went back and stitched it in more Christmas colors. Again, it represented Christmas to me because of the trees on the bottom. Absolutely love the bottom. And I think it
And
looks
the
very
linen is
Christmassy.
gorgeous.
Yeah, the linen's really pretty on that one too. We're going to stack of them here. And this one is good housekeeping. Good housewife. Merry Christmas, primitive Merry Christmas. And this one I stained like crazy before I framed it with walnut stain, just to get it that older look to it. And then this is the final one.
You have this massive one back there.
And this is I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. Sampler's not forgotten. And this one is actually on a very pale pink. And there, I redid the frame. I painted the frame. I can't even tell you really what color it started out to be. Maybe an off-white. And two on this one, I'm going to stand up and point it out. Because this one, I did something a little bit different. You can see the roof. I angled the thread so that it would look like a Z, like a rickrack. I don't know if you can see that.
I'm not seeing it, but that doesn't
Okay.
mean they can't.
And then I changed the stitching here.
Can you turn it a little toward the window more? What the heck?
There's the Z. You
Yeah.
can see that now. I actually did a decorative stitch here to divide it. And this pattern did not have candles. I added all the candles in the window. Because where I'm from up in Wisconsin at Christmas time, you always have candles in the window.
And the bottom, the beautiful little
snowflakes.
snowflakes on the bottom, the color on those is
Yeah.
so pretty.
Now, those I had to add. I added the snowflakes on the bottom so that I could fit it in this frame. And they're just snowflakes that I took from up to the top and added to the bottom. But yeah, that one's really cool too.
Jeez Louise.
See, we got a stack of them here. And then this one's a Scarlet Letter, Marianne Hutton. I love this one. And it's on a fire screen. So that's what I'm playing with here at the top. But it stands next to actually it should stand next to like your fireplace, which kind of made the heat go in one direction or another. Now, this was sold as a kit. And it was a numbered kit. Scarlet Letter, Marsha from up in Wisconsin. And so I'm such a stickler when it comes to stitching with one thread. I stitched this in Danish flower thread. I took it all and thought, nope, I want to use one strand of floss, not two. I just am that way about it. So, and I think I forgot, like, I don't know, maybe 10 more sitting at home. I got here and I'm like, oh, I forgot that one. Oh, I forgot that one.
These are so pretty. These are so pretty.
You do kind of wonder how many hours one has
Well, that's
invested in the time. But I'm so glad I can bounce things off of Molly. Because when you're sitting down here in El Paso, families up north, you're down here by yourself, and it's like, wonder if this is cool looking. Or if this is stupid.
I think they're all horrible. She should just give them away, don't you think?
It's nice to have someone to bounce that off of. But it's nice to share too. I mean, I have all these pieces at home, and it's like you stitch, but you don't really get a chance to share them. So this is a great opportunity for me to share with y'all out there.
And one of the ladies was talking about Christmas exchange, where you exchange stitching with a friend because they appreciate it more than your own kids will sometimes.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, the amount of work and love and thought that went into each one of these things. These are stunning, Kathy. Just absolutely stunning.
We were talking about.
Oh my God.
Oh, by the way, here's my shrimp. And I'm sorry for the crackers, but I had to grab something to fill up the plate. My husband had cooked these on the grill for us, and I'm definitely leaving a bunch of these with Molly because she's gonna let me have cake.
And the her recipe, your recipe's pretty easy.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, it's easy.
My mother-in-law, who was from Illinois, taught me that same thing. And I teased Kathy. I said my favorite part was not only peeling the shrimp, but the stuff that gets on your fingers. It's delicious.
Frozen shrimp. You have to have it with the shell on. Marinate it overnight with scallions and a little bit of the seafood seasoning. Wishbone robust Italian dressing. Skewer those suckers up. Stick them on the grill just till they turn pink, and they're delicious.
They're delicious, and like I say, you don't want to lose any bit of them.
So I did send the recipe over to Molly, and we'll get that posted too. And I do want to share one more thing. We've been going crazy. Poor husband's making me Adirondack chairs, and I got them cutting little blocks in between. But so by the way, I'm caught up on Santa blocks right now, and those that I've told, I'll put your name on a list. I've got your name on a list. We've got to go get some more wood for them, but at the end of the day, the ones that I have said I will get you invoiced, I will. I'll get those done this weekend and get them out to you next week. So it's just me putting this stuff together. and my husband, my cool husband. So be patient, and then if you do want a Santa block, like Molly's got hers done right here, I will still take names for kits of those. As long as we can get the wood, I don't mind doing that. But I painted some lace, and I actually did some snowman pictures that Molly had found, and put snowmen up there. And it just goes to show the sky's the limit on this stuff. But I love the top. And what I did is I cut out a doily and followed the pattern of the doily. I just did.
And she painted it with stickles.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with scrapbooking supplies.
Yep.
A little bit of stickle adds such a magic.
And then my little snowflake fob on there. So
cute.
Yeah.
Now she was talking about her blocks. I'm going to tell you one more story for you. I was so thrilled when I was reading all the comments, and everybody was, I was reading the first of the comments coming in from the last video, and everybody was so sweet about the project bags and just going on, and then I realized, wait a minute, I told y'all to mention the project bags to win a prize. So that's why, but I appreciate all the sweet comments, but it took me a second to remember that's what I was going to be doing. So we will be pulling from all the comments from the last video. We have, a couple more days where that's still active. It will be cutting off. Today is the 15th, 16th, 17th. So it'll be cutting off on the Monday, the 18th. We'll be actually drawing those names. We'll be announcing all the winners at the end of the month.
Yeah.
If you comment on this video, Kathy, what would you like them to comment this time? I'll be doing a few more project bags and some charms to mail out. And I did want to tease, though, about, how when you pull up to a corner, it's not terribly a lot here that in El Paso, but in another city, maybe a more situation. And you see those families standing there, or an individual standing there with a, cardboard sign. And you just pray that if you give them money, they spend it on something like, good food, or maybe a night in a motel or something, just something. But, deep down, you're probably thinking they're probably going to spend it on something they shouldn't, Well, just know, those of you who bought my project bags, you bought all those charms. I immediately turned around and spent that money on 1, 2, 3, and Fat Quarter Shop. Thank y'all so much for buying those project bags.
Why don't this time, let's hold off on project bags, and I'll do a kit.
Okay. Whatever.
I'll do the kit. So they can use the word block.
Okay.
Block. And if you're interested in purchasing the kit, you can IM me with your name and I'll get you on the list. And it'll probably be a little bit because we have to find wood first too, which has been a little bit of a problem. But so hang tight. But if you're interested, I still have them. I still will get them out. But I'll do a kit. And so use the word block, like blockhead, block party,
Christmas block, Santa block, anything. But again, those of you who bought project bags, thank y'all so much.
Yeah, and
appreciate
Santa scissors block too. We're good. I have a lady that just ordered 6. Another lady ordered 5. They're gonna do like a party.
How fun! How fun is that?
Yeah, and a cute gift.
And that's what I'll say. This is
Cute
Christmas in July, but I did have a lady that bought some for a Christmas present. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that more.
Yeah. And we also appreciate everyone who has subscribed because we are like so close to 5,000 subscribers that
Kathy wants us to hit 5,000.
by the end of
this morning, it was like 4824 or something.
Yeah, we're like 200 and something.
Well, that'd be 176
shy of that 5,000 goal, and we're
appreciate.
And don't forget to share. The other thing too, if you get a chance to visit someone that we've recommended, let them know we came through them through a, like I know people are using the purple mountain thread on Etsy.
I even saw another YouTuber.
I know. Let them know. Let them know that
we
sent them. It does. And then I believe her name is Cynthia. Got back to me too, and she said thank you so much for highlighting, for having for her to tell. Well, look at the plaid moose. Val got back to me and she's like, I can't believe how many, they went up crazy in sales. And
I know when I go to the grocery store, to the gas station or whatever, the inflation, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Always good to recommend.
So it's these small businesses, it makes a difference. It really makes a difference. Thank you.
But so please don't forget to subscribe and share. And I guess that bell is still hanging around out there too. So.
Yeah, if you hit the bell, it gives you a notification.
That we're back.
And I appreciate it more than you know. Yeah. Okay, so far for Christmas in July, Kathy, thank you so much for sharing some of your treasures.
Well, and thank you for, for doing this.
Oh my goodness! But
I have having us here. You did.
I have my been saying I was so proud of him. He looks like he was made in 1982. He just reminds me.
Molly's too hard on herself. First of all, she has bought some beautiful Ada. Beautiful colors of Ada, and I'm
gotta kit up some more.
Happy as all heck. You're happy stitching on that. I'm happy stitching, and we talked about this how we can be different but the same and still accomplish what we want to accomplish, things that we love and cherish, and what we have in our homes. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing what you want to do.
And I tell you, like last night, even stitching on that little Mr. Marshmallow or something. I like the feel of that soft Ada in my hand. Soft. Yeah. Now, I dyed that Ada myself.
You did.
And it started out stiff Ada. Once I dyed it, it turned into soft Ada. Yeah. So I don't know that I think it's once you dye it, that's what happens to it.
We plan to be back in 2 weeks again-ish. Our last one for Christmas in July. I don't know. We'll have a full Christmas in July, but we'll see what we have. We'll see how many starts Molly's got.
And the bad news is, y'all know, everybody that shows Christmas in July that I've been watching also shows fall. And because I watch some Christmas in July, of course, YouTube sends me recommendations, and I have been watching some of the most gorgeous things from last fall and Halloween.
I have a lot of Halloween.
Yeah. But so how do I get done? How do I do all this in August, September, October, November?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
Visiting us back.
I gotta find the button.
Yeah, hopefully we were recording. Your hair is fine.
Well.